Welcome to the Daily Actor Interview Podcast. I'm Lance Carter. Here's a quick interview I did at Wondercon with Seychelle Gabriel, who plays Lourdes from TNT's Falling Skies. There isn't a lot of actory stuff in it, but if you're a fan of the show, I'm sure you're going to enjoy it.
Well, we'll notice about your character in season 1 and 2. In season 2, you had a love interest. Now, with Jamil dying, is your character going to take on a more kind of a serious role with dealing with Jamil's death?
I think serious in a different use of that word. Serious more, and I think the direction of her life. We come in 7 months after the show is left off, and she left in a really dark place, and I kind of think within that she's dealt with it and kind of come to her own type of peace with it. Whatever that is, with God and everything. But when we come back, Lourdes is kind of very rock solid in the medical arena in Charleston, and she's throughout the season become a doctor, and she's very helpful, more so than Anne, because Anne's become a mother, and so it's kind of like she's grown into herself and taken all of her hardships and just like channeled it into this new life. So yeah.
Does she have any inkling that something might be going on with Hal, because he's kind of gone through a personality change?
There might be.
Because she's the doctor now, kind of the group, they're going to look to her for, people who might be having changes. And again, if he starts exhibiting some radically different behavior, she'd probably be the first to notice.
Completely. What's cool about being in the infirmary is that I don't get to go on all the missions and do all those like crazy action scenes, but everyone comes through the hospital at some point, so I get to work with almost every character and get to touch on their progressions and distractions or whatever that would be. But yeah, no, I think it's actually really nice because Hal and Lourdes haven't really connected since like the first season, like the very beginning, and so because of the things that are going on with him and things that are going on, within Lourdes as well, it's almost like they finally have like peace and quiet to like kind of see each other again and be like, okay, we're all here together and all that. So.
And being a young doctor now on the show, does your character find it hard that ones will respect you being so young, if they're used to Anne being the doctor?
That's a really good question. I think in like a post-apocalyptic world, it's like age is really, we've got kids holding guns and stuff, so it's like they know that we've been on the road for however many months or a year and a half or something, and so, if you've gotten that experience on your hands, then you've got that degree, and so, and I think what's cool is that the second mass has such great trust within their group that I think they trust so much in Lourdes that Charleston kind of just embraced that in itself, and so it's kind of cool.
What did you find the most exciting thing you got to do in this kind of new capacity?
I got to say cool things like, you can't put weight on that ankle for another couple weeks. I got to work on some aliens and some alien tissue, like alien experiments that have never been introduced until this season, and in the world of Falling Skies have never been touched on by any human being except for Lourdes and Anne sometimes, and it's pretty neat. It's like a whole new frontier.
Are they tapping into her experience maybe to create some biological weapons to strike back?
Biological weapons. There are biological enhanced things. I don't know so much weapons, but definitely to enhance people or
like gene splicing.
Yeah. But it's cool because you know how the Isfeni have like the harness that injects like that morphine type stuff. Like the Volm kind of have stuff like that too. So it's like a whole new plate of, you know, food and picking out.
Do you have any memories of working on the set of The Spirit?
Oh yeah,
that was
my first movie.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by that movie, so I'm kind of curious about it.
Wow, that was cool. We shot all of our flashback scenes in like 3 days. But working with Frank Miller was like one of the coolest entrances into like the film world that I could have ever asked for, because he was just like, he even looks like that kind of dark. He's got that thing about him, but he like speaks in this like intense fashion that like I was like so scared and green, but almost not scared because I didn't know what I was doing. And he would just come and he'd like grab me by the shoulder and neck and like talk a bunch and be like, okay, go. And I'd be like, you know, what? And then we went and did it, and it was almost like we needed that kind of advice because we were surrounded by a bunch of green walls.
Right.
So it was like he kind of like fed me this imagination that was like super serious and intense, but it worked. It was awesome.
Can I ask, where'd you get your first name from?
It's my dad liked the name.
Yeah, okay,
Seychelle.
because my mom's from Seychelles. So I'm just
What?
curious. Yeah.
That's so,
Yeah,
you
so
never
I'm
meet.
curious.
That's so cool. My family's French, so
Okay.
it was like an added plus, but they just like the name. They've never been there though.
Thanks for listening, and keep coming back to Daily Actor for more great interviews. I'm Lance, and I'll talk to you soon.